Welcome back to Sprague Homestead. Today we're going to be doing 10 questions with Canaan, so you can kind of learn a little bit more all about him and the insanity to which he brings to the homestead. Okay, so question 1, what is your educational background?
My educational background is I have a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering and probably 30 years of mechanics type stuff like automotive, motorcycles, whatever else. I like things that do stuff. I like mechanical stuff.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in a suburb north of Denver, Colorado, and lived there through the first couple of years of college. Lived in Dallas for a year, moved back to Colorado, finished school. Then we moved to Nashville, Mississippi, and now Oregon.
And in short, men never really grow up. That's why he's all the way to here.
Circle back.
I was like, why have you gone through all that? So where did you grow up?
I haven't.
Okay, so your favorite place on the homestead?
Right behind those two big bay doors. That is my dream garage. My favorite place to be working on stuff.
When you're not in bed sleeping?
When I'm not sleeping.
Your favorite part of homesteading?
My favorite part of homesteading is probably the reward after a long, hard day. To be able to eat food that you brought off your homestead, to turn on a light switch that you know your own soul that you put in made, to take a hot shower in water from your well in your house.
How about your least favorite part of homesteading?
The least favorite part I cannot stand, which everybody's probably going to be like, oh, it's got to be the hay. It is scooping out the barns. I cannot stand scooping poop from those goats because I think they do it intentionally.
Well, they do. And part of that is because you let it build up in there, so it's really bad by the time you get to it.
I hate scooping poop. That's it.
Alright, so the next one is 2 facts nobody would believe about you. Really wow them, surprise them.
Really surprising? I'll say one. Sorry, my mind went really in a bad place there. One thing that would be easy is that the reason we moved to Nashville or to Tennessee after I graduated college is that I had the ambition to be the next Garth Brooks, and I really wanted to be a country music singer. So that is probably something that really, every time I've told somebody that, they go, whatever, and then I show them the pictures and some of the clothing line I put out and everything else that everybody's just like, are you serious? Yes.
One day we will use a snippet of one of his songs in one of our videos. One day we'll do that.
Okay. Okay, so for number 2, this one is a little different. It's not even homesteading related, as like country music totally was, right? I used to race motorcycles, and I was okay at it. I won't say it was great, but I got to an expert level, and the first year I was an expert, I had a really nasty crash at like 100-something miles an hour and almost lost a finger and basically retired after that. Really bad hand surgery. I got through it. I've got pretty much full function on my left hand, but I about lost a finger, and it was pretty gnarly. Probably gnarly for about 3 months of physical therapy and that. So most people wouldn't think that I used to race motorcycles and I retired because of injury, because I guess I don't really let it slow me down at all.
And by motorcycle racing you mean road racing?
Road racing, dragging your knees, elbows, hopefully not your head, but you know what I'm saying. High speed, dragging knees and elbows as fast as you can through corners. That was that kind of racing.
Okay, so what would you say is your role here on the homestead?
Well, as my father-in-law always calls me, he calls me manual. And that because I am really good at manual labor. So, honestly, I always joke.
Like that.
Yeah, I know, it sounds like my father-in-law. But probably the easiest thing to say is that I'm not really the leader around here. I'm more like the one that lifts the heavy stuff and go get stuff done. I'm really the support. She is the brains around here, and I'm more like the brawn that gets stuff done, is what I would term myself.
Okay, so what would you say is or has been the biggest challenge on the homestead so far?
That one's a tough one. I'll say 6 years ago, we came down here on an expedition mission, and I can remember pulling in the driveway down there, and we had only seen pictures of this place, of just the house, right? Because nothing else existed here other than this little red house in some woods somewhere.
With a dirt driveway.
With a dirt driveway. And I remember pulling in, and down your dad's truck, the bushes and the trees and everything just scraped it because this place was so overgrown. And I would say the biggest challenge we've had is to take this little house, literally kind of almost abandoned, really. It was, they were here a couple times a year, but it was just this big, untamed wilderness, as I would think of it.
That's true.
And in really 5 years, because you've been here five or so,
mm-hmm.
in 5 years to turn that into what you've seen. If you've watched our content, we've put in a complete solar system that's fully functioning, kind of runs on its own, a full water system, 2 barns, 2 rabbit houses, 3 bird houses,
mm-hmm.
The shop behind, all of that, plus the garden and everything else, all of that was done for us, by us. So, it's really kind of like building in 5 years. Think of that. 5 years is not that long a time that we have basically gone full in and built this whole place other than the house. And we just haven't got to that piece yet.
What has been your most memorable day on the homestead so far?
Ooh, this is a good one. So let me tell you why this is one. When we first got here, and we had a cistern basically over there where we've had some rocks and stuff. We had this cistern tank that's now in the shop, and it was out here in front. The well was in, but it had no way to really put water from the well to the tank. We had no power, so you'd carry water down, put it in the cistern, and we had a little RV tank that would run...
Well, RV pump.
Mm-hmm. That would run basically off of, 2 12-volt batteries, or 2 6s? I think it was 2 6s.
Yeah,
so
I think
it was like a 12-volt system, and the RV pump would run for like 7 minutes.
Before it overheated.
And it would overheat.
Yeah.
So... you'd work all day and then you'd come in for a shower, and it really sucked in the winter because the house was never that warm. It's like, 60s maybe. You come in, you take a shower, and so you had 2 choices on a shower. You would either have an amazingly quick shower that you really didn't enjoy, but you scrubbed vigorously, quickly, because at 7 minutes, that hot water was off. And it was off for a good minute or something while the pump kind of reset. Or the second piece was you would take a shower, and you just kind of get used to it, and you knew at some point that shower was going to shut off, and you were going to stand there for a minute with soap in your hair, and it was going to run in your eyes, and you just kind of like, whatever, I'm dealing with it. So the very first day that we had a water system in and solar in, and I remember we had worked all day, and it was like summer, it was like mid-June, somewhere in there. So we went in at like 8 o'clock or whatever, 8. And I remember walking in there, and I walked in the bathroom, and I flipped on the switch, and the lights were on because we had solar. We had electricity, finally. And then I went over and clicked on the shower, and I took like the 25-minute shower. Hot, blistering hot shower for like 25 minutes, and I stood there, and I felt so successful because we had put in a system for electricity and water, and I didn't have to worry about taking a 7-minute shower anymore. I could stand there and just enjoy a 25-minute shower with all the lights in the house on because we had power and water. It was oh my God. It was amazing. Straight up amazing, and I mean that literally. Straight up amazing.
He doesn't really do that. That was just like a one-time deal. Now you got people thinking you shower with all the lights on the house. All right, so now comes the bonus round, or at least the bonus questions. So, Canaan, what is your favorite homestead saying?
Oh man, I am the guy that comes up with sayings. I live by sayings, but I have two that I always say. First one, homesteading is a lifestyle, not a destination. It is never ending. You will never give up homesteading. If you want to do it, you will keep doing it. So it's never, there's never a finish line. It never is. You always keep going. And the second one, and this is one I'm going to put on a t-shirt one day, and you guys can say, I bought it when they brought it out. In homesteading, there will be poop and blood. The goal is to make sure it's not yours.
And too often the blood part at least is mine. Okay, so what is your favorite animal on the homestead?
Like type of animal or favorite
Don't
animal
care.
person?
Your preference. Dealer's choice. Answer's choice.
So the favorite type of animal on the homestead is going to be my cats. That's why I have 9 of them. 9 cats! Soon to be more.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I am a cat guy. I really enjoy cats and, well, yeah. The favorite animal, period, the number one animal is one of our dogs named Shy. She is my absolute fave. There is not a bad day with her around. She is a monster dog. Now, if y'all were to pick another dog that's not really a homestead dog, that would be Ginger, our inside dog. That dog, man, can wear me down with a stare. That's just all there is to it.
7 pounds of thunder.
That's right.
All right. And I already know the answer to this one. What is your least favorite animal on the homestead right now?
I have 2. I have 2 of them. They're the chocolate turkeys out there every day that when I feed and water them, it's a physical altercation.
They are kind of jerks.
They are jerks. Every day there's a physical altercation out there. And one of these days, it's not going to be.
You think so? No.
They're delicious.
They are delicious. Those are my breeding birds.
I know.
What's your other one? You said there are 2. You're discounting both of those toms?
Both those times.
Oh, okay.
2
Fair
for
enough.
1.
2 for 1.
I hate them both.
Yeah, that's true. All right, last one. What would be your advice to new homesteaders?
All right, so the advice I would give to new homesteaders is that as much as you want to try, you will never, ever be totally self-sufficient and be able to do everything yourself. Everybody has things that they're really good at, and everybody has things that they're really not so good at. So you have a choice in that. The things that you're not good at, you can either decide that you're going to make it a priority to become good at them, or you can just dismiss them and find somebody else that can do that. If you're great at carpentry, maybe you can build everything there, but you can't do the plumbing or the wiring, somebody else, and you find somebody that can do that. And there will be a point that you will want to and think you can do everything, and the answer is you can't. And that's the honest truth. Nikki had said start slow, go slow, learn something new. She does a lot of that. I'm just going to tell you straight out, you will never be able to do everything you want to do on your homestead. So you've got to pick and choose how much time you have available and how much time you can devote to each thing. We're not vampires. We don't live forever, and you don't get forever to do it. Pick your priorities, make those the focus, and do what you can in your homestead. Because remember, it is a lifestyle, not a destination. There is no finish line.
All right, so that's it. That's 10 things about Canaan you might not have known, plus some bonus. And that's it today from Sprague Homestead.
Happy homesteading.